Well, does that work? Yeah, that works. It's cold and miserable. Bus is still running. And I have to pay the garbage bin bill. There we go. So here we are. Still open. As in the electronic stores. Well, if I go to the wacky tobacco over here. Okay. Let's see how I go. Well, that was fairly painless to pay, actually. I paid really, really quickly. Anyway, apparently the churches have been reopened, so I'm going to go and check one out, see if it is open. People are still wearing masks, varying grades and levels, and how many things are open. It's just weird. That's what it's eerie, okay? If you want to describe how it feels right now, it's eerie. It's also grey, and the weather is awful today. It's cold, grey, and people are just staying away from each other, and that's just odd. All right, see what the church. Okay, you know it's seriously bad when the 24-hour flower shop that never closes. In Italy, or at least in Rome, there's this really weird custom where flower shops are open 24 hours a day, and they're closed. Okay, well, that's a parafarmacia, I think. Anyway, it's open, selling whatever it is that people want to buy. Okay, what I've been reading in the newspaper so far, in the news today, apparently a couple of people have been arrested for being out when they shouldn't have been. Two guys were posted on Facebook that he went out for a walk with his brother and got told by the Carabinieri immediately to go home. Fair enough. It's just weird. Whereas in Rome, you can just walk around. Now, I'm not in the Centro Storico, so the historical centre. I'm just outside, literally just outside. I can see it from my window. Though I am on the 9th floor, so I can see pretty much all of Rome from my window. But yes, so what else has been happening? Expats are going crazy. They're saying, we got to let the world know the end is nigh. Yeah, for a few people, they are going to be really badly financially hit. I'm going to take a hit at least of €1,000, without thinking too much. I haven't been told if I'm doing any online lessons tomorrow for adults, because that's what you do to make extra money. As an English speaker, you just teach them, and I mean, that can be quite lucrative. And that's all dried up, completely dried up. And I don't expect any of that really to recover. Maybe in April, if everyone's fine. But we'll see how the world goes. Petrol station? Well, I guess a lot of them are automatic now. Like this one here. What does the petrol price say? €1.50 a litre. That's really cheap. I remember when it was €2 a litre a few years ago. So €1.50 a litre is not bad. As you can see, it's really cold. But you can see there's cars. People are doing their thing. There's people on the street. So, yes, the laundry is open, as I said before in an earlier video. So we'll see. Yes, the phone stores are open. Electronic stores are open. So if you need anything, you've got luck. Let me see if the American candy store is open, because it's selling food. Now, food stores, it's closed. It's closed. Because food stores are allowed to be open. Alimentari. You sell food. But I guess American candy store. By food as in packaged food. Like supermarket food, not restaurant food. The bars can be open if they're a tobacceria as well. So I don't know if it's serving coffee. That would be really interesting to go and see if there's a guy there selling me coffee. But I don't like coffee, so I won't get any coffee. Metro's open. See you later. Alcohol stores are still open because this one also sells jam and sugar. If you need to get if you need to get smashed, you can just still do it. Okay, good news. Pet store still open. If you need to get food for your pet, you can still do it. The store that sells skincare, hair care product was still open. Okay, here you've got the tobacceria, and it says enter one at a time, or to enter one at a time. It's like everyone is staying away from each other. Now we're almost at the church, so we'll see if that's open. Nothing's on the other side of the street. Nothing's open. The home care is closed. Builders are still going at it. So, you know, why not? I mean, you know, they're not hanging around anyway. Now, we will see if the church is open. They were told to open, apparently. I have it under authority. They were told to open. But I'm not digging it. Looks pretty closed to me. No, it's closed. So, Cardinal Vicar, apparently if you said open, it ain't happened. It's now 4:13, so maybe it's one of the churches that only opens at 5 o'clock. So let's have a look. That's closed. That is closed. You heard it here first. That's closed. There you go. My gym is closed. Looks really odd. If you look, there's people on the bus there. Some of them are wearing masks. It's all rather sad looking, really. Well, this is Rey de Roma. It's the park, and as you can see, there are people in the park just standing around. Sort of, if you've ever played that computer game, Deus Ex, sort of like that. Just random people milling about in a post-apocalyptic park. Well, Deus Ex wasn't really post-apocalyptic, but you get the picture. There's the bread line over there. People just standing, there's a supermarket there. People just standing, waiting. Just must feel like when you're waiting for the people, the war or something, for the opposing army. There's nothing to do but to wait. There's another bread line there outside the supermarket. And you've got your homeless guy, or the beggar, sitting outside. So, well, there's people around. It's just really eerily quiet. As you can see, there are people. So it's not like there's no one around. There's a fair few people. Someone jogging. I guess it depends where you are in Italy and what's happening. With some of the people being told to stay home immediately, others going for walks. I don't know. Well, I'm walking past one of the bread lines now. I'm walking, there's apparently a church that's open. And I'm going to go see if it is open. Because the other ones are closed. So, you know, you can see the bread line behind me. Got our Arabic friends who are still chilling with each other. Good to see friendship still going. Yeah. Well, see, people are still around. Now, behind that wall is the the historical centre of Rome. Like, that's the walls of Rome. So when you go into that, you're in sort of the old part, but then it's not the oldest part. So I live just outside of it, which means that we have services that work. While it's beautiful inside, it's a lot harder to get certain things. And you get a lot more traffic because you're in a confined space. So to the left, when we come through, is St. John Lateran, which is the Cathedral of Rome. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be closed. However, it technically isn't the state of Italy, so Vatican can do whatever they want. Now, if the Pope told them to open up the parishes, which is what I'm seeing, but I haven't actually seen it in real life, he should at least open up the pontifical basilicas. Doubt they're open, but we will find out in a minute. Ambulances doing ambulance-y things, buses, people going for walkies. Oh, it might be open. It might be open, and the Carabinieri are up there. Let's go and have a look. No, it looks like it might be open. There are people there. We might be in luck. So there you go. That is the Cathedral of Rome. And there are people walking into the church. We will see if I'm in luck. Well, the police just let me in. They didn't ask to see any piece of paper. I just said, "È aperto," is it open? And they just nodded at me, sort of. And here I am. I'm in the Basilica of St. John Lateran, and no one is around. We give thanks to God for these small mercies. Well, I'm inside St. John Lateran. There are 3 priests hearing confessions in here. It's quiet, there's no line. I've never seen it like this. And I've been here at like 7 a.m. and this is so strange. I mean, I was able to go to confession in the Cathedral of Rome. And I give thanks to God for these small graces. chair of St. Peter. Well, the Carabinieri down there seem to have stopped two people and looked at their paper. So I think it's time for me to get out of here. Well, I was able to go to confession, which was very grateful. I said some of my prayers, lit a candle. I mean, I was very lucky. You know? So, I don't know, life continues. But, yeah. A bit worried about those Carabinieri stopping those two people, though. And you just say you're going to confession, because they've opened up the churches again. But don't know what he's doing. So, just over there. Over there. It's not the best image. But I'm going to take the long way. Now, I can get the metro home. I can walk, I guess. But apparently, this is the main thing for the video. Apparently, the mayor is going to close the villas and the parks now, which means that I may not be able to go into the parks anymore, which means that I might be lucky enough to come back into basilicas just to get out to pray, and I guess also to walk, just to survive, because I don't think anyone's going to get... I mean, I don't know if anyone's going to get anything from walking in a park. Maybe. I don't know. But we need to walk for our health. We're not touching anyone, but I guess we are breathing in the same air if we're walking behind someone. So that's understandable. But, yeah, it's just a bit disconcerting. But what are people going to do? They're just staying in an apartment. Well, then we're just breathing. I mean, I don't know. They just don't want us to leave our apartments. That's possible. Most people have enough food. It's just... This is showing a big difference between those who are rich and those who are not. If you're rich, you've got a nice big apartment, you can walk around, you might even be lucky enough to have a garden or a terrace that's yours. Then you're really fortunate. If you're the rest of us, you got nothing. And so while the mayor, I'm assuming she's got access to the mayor property wherever she lives, so she's got space. Most people don't. Most people live in, regular small apartments. And so, I mean, a big apartment would be 130 square meters. A small apartment would be 30 square meters, which is pretty small. There are smaller apartments. And then you've got people, probably the average is 80 square meter apartments, 85, 90 if you're lucky. Now, you want to keep people stuck in apartments that big. They're going to get sick just from staying at home like that. They're going to feel unwell. Their body's going to get just... I mean, not many people are made to be hermits. Not many people are called to be hermits. A couple of people can do that. People need to walk. They need to exercise. Some people's apartments aren't big enough to do many of these things. Or if you look at your space, do you have a large empty space? Some people have it, a lot of people don't. A lot of people will have a table there, they'll have a bed there, they won't have space where they can spin around, or they can even walk around in a circle. Not that many people have that. And I can understand, maybe you can implement a 2-meter rule in the park, but there's a lot of people who don't have nice places. And just to stand somewhere where you've got 2 meters around you, empty space, you're either rich or you're outside like a normal human being. Not all of us are rich. Someone's just put some speakers up there to play outside the window. So there's some music for people outside. I've seen different Facebook groups saying that, asking everyone to be outside to make noise or sing or whatever at 6 o'clock today, tomorrow, and all sorts of other things. So we'll see what happens. See, first we had bread lines. Now we have soap lines. That's the line to get into the place that sells soap and shampoo and that sort of stuff. Soap lines. There was going around the WhatsApp and the Facebook groups that at 6 o'clock people make noise. There you go. There's a neighbour I've never seen making noise. It does make you feel pretty good. In a strange way, it makes you feel pretty good. You're not alone. And we've been feeling pretty alone. Someone's waving down there. There you go. National anthem of Italy.